Okay, so hi, I'm Amy.
I'm Miranda.
This is our book talk. Okay, so for my book, I did Cry the Beloved Country by Alan Patton. I read that wrong. And this book is basically about a Zulu pastor in South Africa who lives in a very agricultural town. It's more of a village, and it's very traditional. They have a chief. And it's very traditional. And so a lot of his family has moved away. His sister's moved away, his brother's moved away, his son has moved away, and they've all moved to this city called Johannesburg. And he gets a letter from a pastor in Johannesburg saying that his sister is sick. And so he collects the little money he has, and he goes, leaving his wife back in the village, he goes to see Johannesburg and to find his sister and his son, and because none of his family members who have left have written him back. And so he goes to find them and to kind of reconcile with them. And it's kind of this known thing that when anyone goes to Johannesburg, they never come back. So it's very mysterious to people who live in the village, and not many people understand it. So he takes a train in, and he's experiencing all the things that are so normal to us, like stoplights and just street corners and cars and everything for the first time. He describes stoplights as telephone wires as wires in the air that people talk through, and he describes stoplights as lights in the air that flash. And so you have to kind of figure out, it's a very weird worded book. You have to figure out what is he talking about, what is he experiencing right now, because we would just put a name on it, like stoplight, because we understand what that is. And so he throughout the whole story of him finding his family, like his sister, he sees a reoccurring pattern of shame, of that's why they haven't written back to them. Like, his sister lost everything, so she became a prostitute, and she felt too much shame to write him. And his brother got a divorce and everything, and so he felt too much shame to write to his brother. And so he just sees a consistent pattern of shame, and also just the brokenness of how the two different races, he is a black man, an African American, and how they call him the white men are so discriminatory towards them. It's kind of what happened in America, but different. There's just one thing that I really like that he says that I think he has this viewpoint, and as he's experienced all this, it's just he's seen a very opposing side of it. But it says, "Yes, that is right about power," he said, "but there is only one thing that has power completely, and that's love. Because when a man loves, he seeks no power, and therefore he has power. I see only one hope for our country, and that is when white men and black men, desiring neither power nor money, but desiring only the good of their country, come together and work for it." So that kind of honestly, I think relates to our country too, and just how for so long it's easy to play the victim or the person who is causing things. And yes, people do things that they require the blame and stuff like that, but it's also when we put aside our differences and work in unity, it's so powerful.
What do you think was the overall message of your book?
Kind of that love and the brokenness, and how love does really heal everything, because no matter what race you are, no matter who you are, we are all meant to work together in this unity, and I think that is bound by love. And when we love one another, it's so just powerful, and you truly are unstoppable, because no one can take love away from you. So, and I would say, yes, it's very worth reading. I think there's a lot of good things in it.
So my book is Just Friends by Billy Taylor. It's about two best friends, August and Ethan, and they live in England, and she moves to town, and she meets him at his 7th birthday party. And they instantly become best friends, and they have this little tradition where she gets him a tie every year for his birthday because she ruined his first tie when she first met him. And it starts with the flashback of how they met, and they've been friends for 12 years, so they're in university. And August is an aspiring actress, and so they also have another friend named Max, and August and Ethan and Max go to this party, and Ethan gets a little drunk, very drunk. And they end up, they start going home, and they're all in the pickup truck, and they had put Ethan in the back seat because he was intoxicated. and August is sitting in the passenger seat, and she sees a car about to hit her, and she closes her eyes, and when she opens them, she's sitting in the back seat, and Ethan's in the front. And ever since they were little, Ethan's like an inspiring magician, so she's never understood his tricks. He never explains them to her, and she's like, this is another one of his tricks, but how did he do it? And she wakes up in the hospital, and Ethan's still asleep, and she's freaking out. She's like, oh my gosh, is he okay? He wakes up, and she's like, how did you do it? Why won't you tell me? Like, you need to tell me. I feel so guilty about this. And he's like, I can't tell you. I'm never going to tell you. Like, I can't. I won't do it. And so she's an aspiring actress, and she, like, right after this, like, a month after this happened, she goes to an audition and gets the audition, and her and Ethan move to New York. And she finds out that when they got hit by the car, Ethan's heart stopped. And so she won't talk to him. She's like, I can't talk to you. But she realized that she's been in love with him since they were little kids. And the whole story goes through, like, how she's supposed to tell him, how, like, after 12 years of friendship, is she supposed to break to him, like, that she's been in love with him all this time. And they move to New York, and he starts dating someone else, and she, like, I can't, like, do this. But they live together, which makes it a little complicated. And basically the whole story is her figuring out, like, how to confess her feelings after so long, because she waited so long.
So, do you think like the main point of the story is their friendship and like that, or
I think the main point is like
magician?
I think the main point is like don't wait, like don't be afraid to say something. Like life's too short to wait like all this time to say something. Like if you feel it and you know you do, just come out and say it, because life's too short to like live with regrets. Yeah. I think is the main point. And I would definitely read it. It's a really powerful story because like there's a lot of twists and turns. Like it seems like it's like a romance story and that's it, but there's a lot of like subliminal messages about like friendship and like how to deal with something so traumatic. So yeah, I'd read it.
Does How He Did the Trick ever come out?
No, unfortunately.
Okay.
It makes me a little bad.
Oh, we're at 7 minutes. We're done. Yay!